Hello, dear devs. Welcome to DevLive. We are warming up for the big event. I'm Andrea Balaj, and I'll be your host today. We are having a DevLive today interview with Andreea Trupcea and Andreea Tatar from ING Bank Romania. So, if you don't know yet, ING Bank Romania is a Women in Tech stage partner this year, and thank you for your trust. And yes, in this DevLive, we have three Andreas. So will be very interesting to talk with you. Let me introduce you first to our audience. So first of all, we have Andreea Trupcea.
Hello.
She's chapter lead. Hello, Andreea. Chapter lead BPM product at ING Romania. A few words about you. She's been working as a software developer for nearly 2 decades. So she's specializing in backend development with .NET. She joined the ING team in 2018, and where she transitioned to a chapter lead role. At DevTalks, she will be sharing some practical insights on how healthy architecture and clean technical standards can make even the biggest migration less painful for developers. So this will be very helpful. Thank you, Andreea. Next, we have Andreea Tatar, IT Area Lead at Digital Tribe ING Bank Romania. Hello, Andreea.
Hi.
She has been working in the IT industry for nearly 20 years, so almost the same as the other Andreea. Her journey began as a software engineer, where she developed a deep understanding of software development. She then transitioned into a business analyst role and then focused on bringing the gap between technology and business needs. And now, over the last decade, she has embraced leadership roles, guiding teams and projects with a focus on creativity and efficiency. At DevTalks, we'll learn more about her enthusiasm for addressing real-world needs and solving complex problems, and why these problems led her to the Digital Tribe. The Digital Tribe, if you don't know, it's the team that manages the home bank. So welcome. Thank you for your trust. I think today will be interesting to connect with the audience and also to have some insights on what do you do in ING Bank Romania and also what you're preparing at DevTalks. So, Andreea, what's the core value at ING Bank Romania and how that personally connects with you?
One of the core values in ING that really resonates with me is helping others be successful. And I say this because I certainly saw for myself the impact that this can have on a person's career journey. I say this because I joined the company as a developer, and at the time I was very focused on results. I strongly believe that value came only from delivering user stories, bugs, writing documentation, solving problems. But slowly I started seeing success in a little different light, in how you can have an impact in supporting others also, whether that's being just giving the right feedback at the right time, or unblocking certain issues for people, clarifying situations, but I think most importantly in creating the space and opportunities for people to show their real potential, and to grow. And it's very rewarding to see people thrive and knowing that you also had a small contribution to that.
Thank you for sharing this insight, because usually, yeah, we tend at the beginning of our career to focus more on the results. I think it's a true
Yeah,
story for almost everybody. And then
yeah,
you
for sure.
you do realize that people become a constant, and the growth of your people, your tribe, makes it work in the final. So my next curiosity is, how has your journey evolved since joining ING Bank?
So it's actually related to what I was saying before. I joined the company as a software developer, and it was a time for me when I thought that this is what I was going to do for the rest of my life. Just be a solid developer. I was very focused on on delivery, right? So writing clean code, meeting deadlines, solving problems, solving bugs, keeping a very high interest on the product, and seeing the big picture, how the product fits into the big picture. And I never really saw myself in a leadership role. I, I never thought that it was something for me. But then I started seeing that it's not about just managing people, telling people what to do. It's actually leadership means having an impact on people. You can have a bigger impact, not just focus on your own deliverables. And so yeah, this is what I did. I switched to this team lead position because I was given that space and opportunity that I was referring to earlier. And I guess seeing this in a different light, I wanted to try and do this for other people as well. And yeah, it's been a very challenging role so far, but I can also say that it's been the most rewarding shift that I took in my career.
Oh, great news then.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving to Andreea Tatar, can you share with us how do you see the role of developers evolving the next decade?
Hi, thank you for the invitation first. I'm glad to be here today with you. Let's start with a bit of history. In the early days, programming meant assembler or assembly, and it was a way in which you can give machine instructions to a computer. So it was pretty low level, I would say. Then C appeared, which abstracted some of the complexity, but you still had to manage manually, for example, the memory. Then object-oriented languages took it further. So you didn't have to worry about memory allocation anymore, just about designing classes and objects. Then scripting languages appeared, in which OOP concepts were not mandatory anymore. You just had to know the syntax and to write the business logic that you were interested in for your application. And now we have artificial intelligence, which from my perspective is just a new layer of abstraction, a layer in which you tell in natural language what you want, and the artificial intelligence translates that into code. In a way, I could say that artificial intelligence is somehow similar with a compiler. Like a compiler receives code as an input and returns the machine instruction as an output. Similarly, artificial intelligence tools receives intent as the input and returns implementation as an output. But going back a little bit to history, historically speaking, each new abstraction layer didn't eliminate the previous one, just made programming more accessible. And that meant that more people could code and more code was built. And in this way, creativity was unleashed. And I can say that this is exactly what AI is doing today. I mean, with AI, we can have solutions that are tailored to individual needs. For example, I don't know, I can program my TV to brief me with the summary of a political talk show that is scheduled for tonight. And you, on the other hand, might program your TV to brief you with the summary of, I don't know, entertainment show or something that you are interested in. So we are different persons with different needs. So each of us can specify their own specific needs and requirements to be programmed. And this will happen because low code and no code platforms will continuously grow. And traditional developers, I think that we should focus more on creating tools that allow others to program what they need rather than writing the solutions by themselves. And this in the next decade or even sooner.
Okay, so we will focus more to save time, develop the creativity, and also to make another purpose for the teams we have in okay in the role
we have today. Yeah.
yeah. So what are some then underrated skills that tech professionals should develop today?
So, if I may rephrase your question a little bit, you're asking me, okay, but if artificial intelligence can write code, what should
Yes,
we focus on, right?
yes, of
Yeah.
course.
So, let's start with developers. I think that for developers, the future is not about memorizing syntax, and I'm pretty sure about that. The future is more about understanding the why behind their code. I mean, understanding the applicability of the software they build, understanding the business use cases for which they write code, rather than focusing on the language itself. So, skills like business analysis and solution architecture, I think that will be essential for them. And business analysts will also see a shift. With artificial intelligence that can generate user stories, documentation, and even some simple chunks of code, they will have more time. This is related to what you just said before. So, this time most probably will be used for clarifying needs with clients and designing solutions that fit their needs. So, they will become more strategic, I would say. Then QA engineers, I think, will go towards designing creative scenarios rather than uh, performing repetitive tests. So they should think, or they could think about scenarios like, I don't know, how a feature looks on a very small screen, or what happens if you want to authorize a large payment into a crowded place. Then DevOps. DevOps, I think, should focus more on understanding the principles behind automation, like how data flows through the systems, and based on that to trigger alerts and decide what to monitor rather than just writing scripts. And I don't know, maybe UX designers, they should go deeper into understanding user needs and user empathy, because it's not only about how it looks like, it's also about how it feels and how it functions in real life. So in short, I could say that AI will automate tasks, but not thinking. And this is where we come in. So whether you are a developer, a business analyst, a QA engineer, or DevOps, the future belongs to those who can think critically, adapt quickly, and connect human needs with technology.
Okay, that's true. Thank you very much for sharing this. I think that's a good conclusion that we should take and discuss further as well. Going back to Andreea Trupcea, if someone would have asked you earlier in your career what advice, maybe career advice, you wish someone has given you, or you have taken in early your career, so I think my question will be regarding what's now a career advice that you wish to give someone, maybe at the start of their career, or I don't know, maybe on a different layer of leadership.
Yeah. So I did maybe learn this later than I wish I had. That it's you don't have to know everything all the time in order to be valuable. Especially in the beginning. For me personally, I'm not sure that younger generations feel like this anymore. But I think I was constantly trying to uh, prove myself. I was very stressed about not knowing something or given the wrong answer, and I I later realized that it's not about that. It's not about having all the right questions, up your sleeve. It's about um, the effort that you're willing to put and how open you are to to finding that gap between what you know and what you don't know. And it's especially in IT, where you probably think that you're only worth as much as the information that you currently possess, but it's not about that. So I wish I had known this maybe a bit earlier. Maybe I wouldn't have been so stressed in the early years. um, so yeah, I think it's just that, stay curious, stay open, and always be, willing to put in the effort, the extra hours to maybe fill in those gaps that you're missing.
Okay, that's so true. Thank you for sharing this with our audience. Especially, I don't think it disappears though. Questioning yourself along the
Yeah,
years, but
probably imposter syndrome is everywhere, I think.
yes, but I think
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. From what I hear from others also that are sharing this story is that now you are being more flexible to listen to yourself, to your um, curiosities and maybe gap of informations, and to accept it, that you don't have to respond perfectly, but
Yeah.
yeah, it happens. Thank you so much for sharing with us today your learnings, your insights, our curiosities to the questions we've addressed. And we have so little time till DevTalks being next week. So we are recording this today. Outside is raining and pouring with, yeah, heavy rain. But next week will be very sunny. For DevTalks. We're meeting again on 4th and 5th of June at Rome Expo. We are very excited to share about our challenges in the industry and also about the new developments. Thank you very much, Andreea and Andreea, for being with us today. And we are eager to also see what's the vibe at ING Bank Romania booth and also on stage.
Thank you very
Andreea.
much.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.